how much this model is?
This model here would be feet in Ontario currently. Permits aren't needed to set up a structure.
You guys?
Yes, we do fully warrant these products.
For how long?
Lifetime with the structure.
Hello guys, welcome back to the vlog. This is Harinder Bhatia back with you once again. So today I am in Komoka, Ontario, which is nearby London, Ontario. So today I am here to buy a house, actually just to see a house, and I'm gonna be thinking about if I should buy it or not. And I want you guys to see this video till the end and tell me if I should buy the house, and if you're gonna like it, you can buy that house too. One thing I can tell you, this house is only $40,000. Yes, only $40,000. So only $40,000 you pay for this house and you can have this house. It's not $500,000. It's not $1 million house. So usually now you hear in the news that the houses are so expensive in Canada, but I'm gonna show you a house in $40,000 only. So let's go with me and check out this house, how it looks, how much it costs, how we can install it, and let's go ahead and see it.
So guys, right now I am inside this house, which I was just told you that I'm here to buy it and actually see it first, and because they have 2-3 different models, so I would like to see all before I make that investment. So I'm gonna ask him how I can buy this house, what's gonna be the installation cost, how much it's gonna cost me, and if I can customize this as per my need, or what's gonna be the ROE, how much money I can make out of this house if I'm gonna rent it out too. So first of all, welcome to my channel.
Thank you.
And thanks for having me first of all.
Yeah, happy to have you here.
Yeah, and so his name is Tyler. Nice to meet you. My name is Harry. So this business itself, like these houses called button houses, as I see outside. So what's the difference between button houses and the tiny houses?
Yeah, so a button house is a little smaller. So we work with a footprint of about 108 square feet. We can make them a little bit bigger. We could even go a little bit smaller, but a tiny house will probably be larger, right? So if you want to live in it full time on a permanent basis, a tiny house might be something somebody would gravitate towards. Or a bunkie like this, 108 square feet, or a button house would be something that would support an already existing residence.
Okay, so why it's 108 square feet? Why you guys are so specific about your square footage?
Yeah, well, it's important because at 108 square feet in Ontario currently, permits aren't needed to set up a structure under 108 square feet. Now that'll change per jurisdiction, but if we work within and around 108 square feet to start, most jurisdictions are going to work within that same footprint.
Okay, so you're telling me if I'll have this house 108 square feet, I don't need a permit from the government?
That's correct. You don't need a building permit. Now there are every area has slightly different rules, so it's always important to check with your,
because that's one of the issues in Ontario right now, that taking a building permit from the cities are one of the headache. Do this comes in as like fully assembled, or do we have to put down something when it comes?
Yeah, no, it does arrive fully assembled. Yeah, arrives just like this. You would need a base. We don't want it moving, so typically concrete slab would be ideal.
Absolutely.
You could go with a 3/4 crushed stone, a gravel, packed. As long as it's level, then you're going to be okay. Right? Similar to a hot tub. If you were to buy a hot tub and you put it on a concrete pad, that's usually your best option to keep things level.
Okay. Yeah. So it does have I can see it does have a fridge. It does have a small kitchen which has small area like where you have oven and some stuff, and then plus you have a washroom too, plus there's a bed upstairs. What size of the bed it is right now?
Up there right now is a queen. We can go bigger, we can go smaller. Usually what I say to people is when you order it, we would install the size of the bed that you're going to need. Right, so we have done singles on one side, a single on the other side. Really, depending on how you're going to use it, would dictate what size bed or bunk that you'd want to have.
Okay, so full of this house, like, is it insulated or is it not insulated?
Yep, no, it's insulated. So it is a 4-season structure. So we have R30 in the ceilings and floors, and R20 in the walls.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and what's going to be the process of having the electricity inside and the water inside?
Yeah, so we have a electric plug-in service at the back.
Okay.
It's a 50 amp plug-in, similar to an RV. Okay. Right. So if you go to a park, a camping park, you'd see the RVs with the electrical. So it's the same size you have there, and that's enough to run your electric heater, electric water heater, and any other appliances that you might need.
Okay. So, like you said, it's 108 square feet in total. What's going to be the height of it?
We build them up to 13 feet in height. And part of the reason why 13 feet is we have to be able to move this assembled, right? So we can only take on the highway a certain height before you need permits on the highway. So we keep it at 13 feet. And what we've tried to do is maximize our cubic capacity on the inside, yet still be able to deliver this assembled without needing permits.
So how much this structure is right now, what I can see here, there's a ladder, there's a kitchen, there's a bathroom, there's a bed, there's a sofa, like there's a place where you can set it up, everything.
Yes.
So how much this model is?
This model here would be $45,000.
45,000?
45,000, yes. And what we do though is we do customize slightly per order. So depending on what people want, sometimes people will come in and they'll say, well, I like this, but I don't need that. And what we do basically, we just would take that out, adjust the cost, or sometimes they say, well, we like this, but we need that. We need an extra bunk, for example, then we would install the bunk. So it's kind of a la carte on the order, but what you see here in this model would be selling for $45,000.
45,000 right now, this one.
Yes.
So what's the minimum that it starts with?
We started at a benchmark of 40,000.
40,000.
So what that would give you is basically a finished empty button house. So it would not include the wet bar, wouldn't include a bathroom or a bunk.
Okay.
Okay.
So guys, no bathroom, no kitchen. If you just wanted $40,000, a finished insulated house, which you can use it probably as an office.
Yes.
Because you don't need a washroom and a kitchen in the office, right?
Yeah.
If somebody have work from home and they have a lot of people sitting in their house, a lot of crowd, they can have this house, $40,000 house in their backyard and have their insulated 4-season house. So what about like financing part of it? Do we have to pay $40,000 from our pocket, or is the banks or lenders, somebody else can accommodate it?
Yeah, there are financing options. Every case is going to be a little bit different because everybody's situation is a little bit different. The easiest way to do it is if you already have a house, right, or a mortgage that may be already existing, or property that you own. That's usually the easiest way to finance one of these, is through your own property. If people don't, you can still go through the banks. They can still issue line of credits. The nice thing too is these are affordable enough that you can still place it on the line of credit.
One more question that's coming into my head. What about the insurance part of it?
Yeah, so these can be insured. Again, you'd have to contact your own insurance company to see how to add this to your policy. But they are insurable.
Plus, in terms of rental part of it, can we legally rent this part to somebody?
You could. Again, that's going to depend on the jurisdiction itself too. There are short-term rental options, which actually would work really well. Depending on where you might place one of these. So if it was placed on a beach in your backyard, is it by a pool, really the setting around the button house would be what's bringing it the value from a short-term rental perspective, right? So if you were to have a nice environment that it's in, you'd probably be able to get more money. And from a short-term rental basis, it would actually work really well. From a long-term rental, it would depend on the jurisdiction that you're in. Some jurisdictions will have rules on size of the unit itself. Is it going to be big enough to call it a rental or not? So you'd have to check with your area, but definitely you could rent these out. Yes.
Just one last question before we leave from here and go to your place where we can see two more. Is there any warranty that comes with it from you guys?
Yes, we do fully warrant these products.
For how long?
Lifetime with the structure, and then the components that we have. So, for example, components such as windows, we would order in the windows. We don't manufacture the windows. We pass on the warranty from those products to the customer, right? So our water pump, our water heater, the heater itself, the windows, whatever warranty would come with that product, who manufactures them, that's passed on then to the customer.
Oh, okay, absolutely. But structure-wise, it's your warranty, lifetime warranty.
Lifetime, yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Roof leakage, everything that's covered in it.
Yes. So the roof, we do metal roofs as well. They're optional. So we go asphalt or metal, and obviously the warranty on those is going to be slightly different, right, depending on which option you go with. You know, as we evolve too, the length of warranties do change for the better. So yeah, the siding, you know, all our external products, they're all warranted as well.
So guys, that's the second option. The one we were just talking about, another video that he has another 2 set of these button houses set it up at other locations. So this is the second location in front of the pool. This is the whole concrete pad, have a patio area. Plus he has like this bigger one. I just wanted to know, hey Tyler.
Yeah.
So you told me that as per the jurisdiction, you can only set up 108 square feet. So you don't have to take a permit. But this one looks quite bigger. So why is that? Do you have a permit for this?
No, we actually didn't need a permit. What we have here is there's 2 button houses pushed together. So one existing on the right-hand side in front of the pool, and then the second one starts on the left just as you move away from the pool edge. If you look at the roof line, actually you'll see the reveal between the 2. So these are not attached, and that's the key point. If you attach them, then they're considered as one, and it doesn't really matter how you attach it. It could be one screw, it could be a piece of tape, it could be a shingle, it doesn't matter. But then it would be deemed over 108 square feet as one structure. But in this case here, there are 2, and all we've done is push them together. But it is a way to have a larger space with 2 button houses like one, but it's not one.
So somebody looks like enjoy their patio life right now,
yes,
having a swimming pool at the side. And then you customized it, right? The whole thing? It's the bar right here.
That's right, yes. So the one on the left here, which we're looking at right now, has been customized. The reason why we customized this one is because it was designed specifically to fit around and conceal pool mechanics, so such as the heater, the plumbing, the pump, all those things that every pool is going to have, but you don't really want to show off. So what we did is we placed them back in behind the button house in a little nook. And then we built the wet bar here with the garage door that opens up to allow the wet bar to be accessible. So it really adds to the space with the patio, with the button house, and it makes everything look like one. We put the mini fridge in, the TV, and then also here is our toilet.
Okay. So how the plumbing set it up for the toilet?
Yeah, so it's interesting. This one here is a incinerator. So there are a lot of options that you can use for toilets. We had a composter in the first button house that we looked at. This one's an incinerator where really it just heats everything up and incinerates it. It's gone.
Okay. It's
right?
gone.
You can hook these up to a main connection to with sewage into a house or into the municipal main connection. However, that you would need a permit for. And that's going to be different rules for every municipality. We try to suggest to not go that direction as much as you could. It really is a much more simple process if you run with the incinerator or the composter, and it's much cheaper.
Okay. And what else we have it in this part of the structure, this left side? I see that there's a shower behind.
On this side here, we put the shower in on this side. So it's fully tiled. It's got the hot water. This button house has the hot water heater as well. And we use this not always or only for showering, but also for a change room for the pool, right? So there's nothing worse than, you know, the kids coming over for play in the pool, and they run inside to change and they leave all the puddles all over the place.
That is
this way everything can be done outside and everything stays dry out here.
Okay. So that's the left side of it, and there's a whole set of like right side.
Yeah, and then on this side here, basically what we've done on this side is we've kept it more as a sitting area and a wet bar with a bunk. So here, because we already have the bathroom adjacent to it in the second button house, we didn't need to put one in here. So we set up the couch, which also uses a pullout.
And you have a kitchen.
And then we have the kitchen here with the wet bar, the sink, which has the plumbing.
Perfect.
And then the bunk up top with the TV.
And then you have a small spat of
a small cook plate. We don't have to use this cook plate. This would be an accessory. Oftentimes the customers will buy their own. Sometimes they don't want one at all. Sometimes they want a toaster, microwave, really anything that they want to use for cooking.
And then there's a bed upstairs, I can see that.
There is, yeah. So another set of stairs, ladder that we used, and up top we do have a queen size bunk.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's quite a big of a TV and the queen size bed, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow. So that looks like probably 13 feet in total.
It is.
It is.
Yep.
Okay. And you customize these windows too, looks like, because they are quite low.
Yeah, so because we set this up in front of the pool, one thing we wanted to be able to do was to keep the aesthetics from the outside coming in. So part of the aesthetic in this backyard was the pool,
Okay.
and wanted to be able to enjoy it from the inside.
Wow, that's beautiful actually. That looks like a best use of the property right now.
Yes, yes.
Yes, feel free to contact if you guys wanna have any questions or any concerns about how you can set it up, what's the installation cost, how you're gonna be building up all these concrete pad if you need help with that too. So yeah, all the details will be in the comment section. First comment or in the details, you're gonna find all the details. Yes, and contact him on Instagram and on his phone number 548-888-1887.
That's right.
That is right?
That's right.
See, I remember that. You told me once and I remember that. And yes, the Instagram ID button_house79. That's the Instagram. Yeah, just contact them and see you guys in the next vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.